Hi, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, we're going to be going over Crash the Bandit Coot. I kind of already went over him like 3-4 times already in previous videos, but I thought I'd post a video just designated for Crash because that's what I'm going to do for most of these fights. I want to just leave a video on YouTube and just people can refer to instead of looking through and sieving through videos that already have everything compiled. I'd rather just have separate videos for everything so people can just pinpoint what they want to see and how they want to do the fight, etc. So for this premise, we're actually doing Crash, and this is just going to be standard mode. I already have a video on challenge mode for Crash, so definitely check that out. Is challenge mode worth it for Crash? Not really. It's better to just do Crash in team ups, or if you don't like want to do team ups and you already have a solid team, of course do it with a solid team. It'll be better and more time efficient, because team ups you're going to get a wide variety of players, whether it be people who do sweat, people who just literally do only PvP and just want to get the gear, or players who just socket on crit on their on their circle jewels. So you might get a wide variety of players within team up. So I wanted to just make this video to leave it up for the premise for players who do team up and be able to just refer to this at any time. So if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. And let's go over Crash. His cheats are very simple, but he's just a one round. He literally is a one round. Of course, there might be some times where you have to do 2 rounds because, you know, players aren't having the accessible things, or players just, for some reason, you know, screw up the fight, or they don't have the actual good damage stats. So that's something that you do have to consider. But overall, it is a 1 round. Usually what I do is Scald Incendiate, but you can still 1 round it if you can't do Scald Incendiate. Now, this is a couple of the bosses that I try not to incorporate Scald Incendiate to. Same thing as Mr. Montgomery, you don't have to do Scald Incendiate, it's just I prefer it. You can literally do the same strat, which is just Feint Stack into an AoE. The new spells that just came out with Walrus, those AoEs are really good. So if you're on a storm, you're on a fire, it's your time to shine, because your AoEs do some good amount of damage, especially with your stats. So keep that in mind. But let's go over the Scald Incendiate strat real quick. It's pretty straightforward. Just literally a mass feint, a potent backdraft, and Scald Incendiate. That potent backdraft doesn't have to be a potent backdraft. It can just be a potent feint, it can be a regular feint, doesn't matter. It can even be a blade, because Scald Incendiate does that much damage. So choose what you want to be. If you want to be a little bit different, you know, sometimes you know, toss in some feints. Maybe you want to do will cast. I don't know, if you want to extend the fight another 5 minutes, sure, use will cast. Use a will cast hex, use a will cast curse. But in actuality, just do mass feint, do potent backdraft, do Scald Incendiate. Very straightforward. If you don't want to use potent backdraft, do a blade. If you don't want to do a blade, do a feint. Really doesn't matter. I just put potent backdraft just because that's what I've been doing with all my characters. So that's the Incendiate strat. Now if we go over to the actual strat, like people are going to be doing in team ups, because you're not always going to see a person in team up with a decathlete deck, and at the same time you're not going to see a person that is a fire. So got to keep that in consideration. So what I do have is a strat for if you're a storm. You can switch that storm for a fire if you want to as well. But basically it's just triple feints and then AoE. You don't have to use mass feint. You can use TC feint or an item card, because just in general a bunyip is going to kill the mob anyways, because with the amount of damage you have is absurd. So you really don't even need to use mass feint, but it is viable. Mass feint just helps speed up things, of course. So literally all you're doing is mass feint, potent feint, and another feint, which is regular, and then AoE. Bunyip works. Bunyip has a lot of DPP on it because storm, so keep that in mind. You can switch out that AoE. You can do Dragoon AoE if you wanted to. There's other AoEs you can use, but just Bunyip is just better. It has more damage on it, especially when you enchant it with Epic. Maybe you have the Epic Opal as well. You want to have the extra 40 damage, because why not? So that is consideration as well. But storms are just going to be better when it comes to this. I know in Incendiate you want to use fires, but if you don't have access to the decathlete deck and everything like that, it's going to be much of a struggle. So that's why I made another strat. I always recommend players do decathlon, get your deck, leave, don't touch that like event ever again, because I know players don't like doing the event. But you guys should wait for like an easy one. I know the next decathlon is probably going to be balanced from what players were telling me. Don't quote me on that though. But if it is balanced, that's probably one of the worst ones. It's going to be quite difficult. But if players want me to, I can probably do a video doing the decathlon just to farm up runes and stuff like that to show players how it's done. But there's plenty of videos, I'm pretty sure, about decathlon on YouTube. But if not, if players really want me to, I can, which isn't a big deal. Now, Crash, overall, he is a good person to farm. Just like in my video talking about Dream Water, he does drop Dream Water pretty consecutively. I mean, he's giving you one, but, you know, he's one roundable, everything like that. Freddy, he's better if you have an elixir, which, like I said in the video, overall, Freddy will be your best bet to farm for Dream Water. But still, Crash is really good to farm for socket wrenches, and that's even though I have all the gear, all my characters are max, whatever. So Crash is like someone that I can see myself still farming even past that, because just getting socket wrenches is so good. If you think about it, each socket wrench is equivalent to 200 crowns, and with the amount of gear steps that like I'm going to be doing, this is something that's so beneficial and saves me crowns drastically. I really think that they should make something similar to like a socket wrench where you can use it on spell elements, because spell elements are the next thing that people are going to be complaining about, because now that we have a socket wrench farm, the only thing we need to do is make it so a way that we can reset our spell elements without spending crowns. And then we have a really proper system moving forward, and then the game will be thriving a little bit more. It's already thriving as is, because there is an actual farmable method to get socket wrenches as like a free-to-play player. I know you're still paying for membership, of course, but you're not paying to the point where you're like buying crowns, everything like that. This guy is literally dropping these socket wrenches for free. So overall, he's still a really good person to farm, no matter what. Up there, I think like I'd say like top 2, because you know there's socket wrenches from here, but Freddy's a little bit better due to the fact that you are getting Dream Water, and Dream Water is more of a priority in my opinion. But still, socket wrenches from here, wild, they go crazy. And I know some players are complaining that the drop rate's abysmal, but in reality, if you're farming this pretty quick, one round, everything like that, you should get some pretty often. I even did some testing myself, and I farmed this boss for like a couple hours, and on one of my characters I got like 15 socket wrenches. Anything's possible. It's really just drop rates. And like it'd be like that. So like on my main, I think I got like a page of socket wrenches, and my other characters I got like maybe a page and a half, or maybe like a page roughly, and then one of my characters did have 15. So it just comes down to RNG. If RNG is in your favor, I mean, the death soldier drop rates work, but still, people are going to be farming this boss for like a while, and I can literally see people coming back to this boss over and over just to farm socket wrenches. So overall, it's a really good boss to farm, and at the same time, you are getting Dream Water, right? It's not the best, because, you know, technically Freddy is better, but if you don't want to farm Freddy, and you know, you don't have like the setup to be able to one round it pretty easily, Crash is still pretty good. Don't get me wrong when it comes to that. So you can even pop an elixir if you want to, right? There's no harm done when it comes to that. But it's a pretty easy farm. I think team up players should have a really good breeze when it comes to farming this. Just literally 3 people faint, and you just have a storm or somebody do an AoE, and you're good to go. That's it. And especially with like people that you just meet randomly, it's so easy to get. I just do Skeletons in DA because I just do it with my accounts, or if I just do it with people I know, just preference, you know. But that is it for the video, guys. Pretty straightforward, easy video talking about Crash. If you guys want to do challenge mode, there is a video already on challenge mode, and I'll do a video basically doing a complete overview on challenge mode after I finish all my videos regarding how to do every fight. So be on the lookout. There's a lot of videos that are coming out this week for Wallaroo, because I'm done with grinding. It's just really upload season, and get all the videos out for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Also, join the Discord if you guys haven't. I think we finally got to 500 members in the Discord, which is crazy. So I appreciate all the people that have been joining. I think our next goal is probably 600. I didn't think we would get to 500 at all by the end of the year, but do I dare say we get to 600? I have no clue. I mean, within 2 weeks, I don't think that's possible. But anything's possible. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.